the most shiny, sunshiny, fun, happy player we've ever seen, and tempo. Let's see it get to going.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see Pelca coming out to this tournament. I've heard that it's been a while since he's been in one of these, so.
But not a single step lost, as they are in winners finals. Let's see if they can get a secured grand finals healthy seat.
I will say though, not without some hiccups. A game 3, pretty like decently close set with Rascal to make it into top 12.
That's right. It's one of those things where
not infallible.
Snake is a very, very neutral dependent character. If you know what you're doing, you can make any game a full sweep. But if the character you're playing against has even a little bit of counterplay, you're still in for a tough matchup.
This character is like a very, very interesting matchup for Snake, because the one thing that he like thrives on in pretty much every single matchup in the game is the fact that he's generally heavier than you. He wants to take trades with grenades. Bowser doesn't really allow you to do that, and more than literally any other character, you can't really afford to take those trades because Bowser has so many great tools for actually taking the stock. Nair back air is really good on Snake because he's tall. That forward air can break through Cypher, as well as that back air just being a great call out on recoveries. Tempo, giving him a run for his money at the moment, having that stage control and that early lead. Pelca, though, starting to take it back.
Yeah, the thing about Snake being heavy and Bowser being heavy is that Bowser's heaviness comes at the caveat of being 3 times the size of Snake, which means Snake, despite not having that many combos, gets some obscure routes opened up against Bowser. Yep, there's the back air. 3 of Bowser's hits equal 8 of yours. You get hit by him 3 times, you're taking some serious damage.
Yeah, it's kind of the yin and yang, because like, as you were saying, right, Pelca gets, or Snake gets those obscure combo routes, but, you know, Bowser's only got to hit you a couple of times to put you at kill percent. Doesn't necessarily matter. I think this matchup definitely could be even.
I'd say so. Both players
even. Maybe slightly Snake.
Yeah, just because Snake can afford to put pressure from across the stage, they're both still reasonably fast, and of course, Bowser's iconic 2-frame does not do anything, so you got to get a little creative and chase Pelca all the way up to the top blast zone.
Yeah, that Whirling Fortress, certainly a creative.
Wouldn't have killed in Smash 4. They added that ending hit in this version of the game.
Crazy to think that's just in this game. I actually did not know that. But
yeah.
Who played Bowser in other games, to be fair?
Well, you know, Bowser...
He was okay in Smash 4. It's just
Smash
nobody
4,
really played him.
They made him the guy that is a really, really, really big gun and nothing else. All bad moves, one really, really good move, and that made up for it. In Smash Ultimate, characters are more balanced. So let's see if that balance can make this last hit situation.
He's like the Wrecking Ball in Overwatch. He's got one thing going for him, but it's a pretty annoying thing.
And now
do we go up there?
Yeah, I think
he thought about it.
It might be time for the Bowser side B.
Oh, the grenade might have actually been more beneficial to Tempo there. Not quite at guaranteed percents. Yeah, get up attack, ill-advised, but a very close game to boot.
One of those unfortunate situations, like we said before, Bowser is huge. So he's just going to be caught in those situations where other characters can afford to stay on the ledge against Snake's, I don't know what that explosive is called, up smash, but Bowser can't afford that. Too big. Those mortars are going to blow him up from the ledge.
Yeah, it also sucks too because they like sneak over the ledge, so you are forced to get off the ledge pretty quickly.
One of your get-up options are eliminated, essentially.
All of them.
Yeah, well, a few of them. We'll say no jump.
Like, once the second mortar comes out, it's pretty Jover for a lot of the casts.
Right, unless you have a reflector, of course. With Bowser, don't even mention that. Imagine Bowser, but his shell reflecting.
The only thing that Bowser's reflecting is on the decisions he made to get to ledge in the first place. He's not reflecting anything.
Bowser be reflecting on why he sound like Jack Black. Bowser be reflecting on why Star
You're
Fox.
So cool.
And with my star, we're gonna rule. Speaking of ruling that first stock there, killing with a down air, spiking off the top. Sometimes I keep forgetting that move has a spike hitbox in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, that's what all the spikes are for.
Yeah.
What else other than spiking?
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, little C4 action. Oh, with the grenade. Hit him with the
big
Rube
C4.
Goldberg machine.
Yep.
That's the Snake I know and
Snake
mildly
sticks
enjoy.
you in a Looney Tunes cartoon trap that was created by Bugs Bunny, and you suffer the entire time.
I said this about Steve because the Anvil, but I'm pretty sure Snake is still in this camp. He's sponsored by the Acme Corporation,
Where
right?
do you think he gets all
I think
explosives
all
from?
of the top tiers. Oh, what a forward smash.
Yep, that's
But
the thing.
I think all of the top 4 characters are sponsored by the Acme Corporation. We have Anvils from Steve. We have that wacky spring from Sonic. We have that bucket that Game & Watch has. Not
Can't
to
forget
mention
about
the
the
frying
trampoline.
pan and the trampoline.
Bro is just Looney Tunes, the character.
Yeah, shoutouts to the Acme Corporation for sponsoring this Nintendo game.
I think Min Min's the least cartoony, goofy Mickey Mouse character. Of course, she does have rubber hose arms. But
Yeah, because she's
from
like
China.
the villain of Looney Tunes.
That has nothing to do with her being from China. I need to clarify, chat. But
Yeah, I was like, that was bad timing
up
on my part.
there.
But she's just like the villain. She's the
she is anti-Smash Brothers Ultimate. She's O'Hare from the Lorax 2007. She says, "Let it die."
she's the basketball team that the Looney Tunes crew fight against.
Ooh, guys, who are the basketball teams that the Looney Tunes fight against in Space Jam? Are they the Monstars? I'm gonna say
the
they're the
Monstars.
Monstars.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And I said that as I completely missed how that game ended. I wonder what happened.
Little up smash.
Up smash. Yeah, it's just one of those things where even though we do think this matchup is slightly winning for Snake, you got to look at that player experience factor. And while you do need experience to fight Snake, all Snake players need to do to beat you is play their game plan as well as they've always done it.
Yeah, with very limited exceptions, Snake is just really able to assert his game plan on pretty much any character. But we are going to see the switch to the Incredible Gassy.
Exactly. Didn't think I wasn't bringing the gas, did you? Unfortunately, gas, when combined with explosives, terrible, terrible combination. So
Yeah, we all saw what happened to Hindenburg.
I don't remember that. Sorry, I'm not very cultured. But I am cultured in the ideas of brawling, of fighting up close and hitting hard. And this is one of those matchups where, unlike Bowser, who has to commit to a lot of his options, me Brawler can get in and get out without much trouble. Not to mention, Cypher won't be that much of an issue for them. Because of situations like that. Hitting the down air into the thrupper.
Yeah, me Brawler is going to be really good at capitalizing on those high recoveries when Snake needs to go for them, because that Thrupper doesn't break Cypher, but it also puts Snake in a terrible situation.
That is a terrible situation, actually. That's one of the worst situations I've ever seen. But not as bad as getting hit with C4 at the ledge. I think one thing that Tempo needs to be aware of is that they switched their kill power for survivability. They don't have that much survivability as opposed to Bowser here. So while they might be more
maneuverability
nimble,
for the survivability.
exactly. They might be getting in and out, but once somebody gets you, you're done for, buddy.
Yeah, up tilt becomes a much bigger problem now. Like, you have that down B to kind of get around mortars. Oh no, we grabbed the grenade there. Definitely didn't want to do that, but a great side B with the suplex.
I think the good thing about
down.
suplex is that it sends at that slightly up angle, which could lead to a thrupper if lucky. I'm still wondering though, flashing Mach Punch.
Yeah, I think...
I'd say shot put, even though
think
Snake
shot
has a
put's
tendency
better.
to recover higher, there's still an opportunity that they do recover low and you can do something about it.
The one thing that, like...
There we go.
The one thing that FMP is good for here is catching like Snake landing if he is forced to recover high.
Right, but you've got so many
catch
other
the air
options
dodge.
that you can use to catch landings.
Yeah,
Back airs, dash
I mean, that's
attacks.
why FMP is just not my favorite. I prefer shot put.
Right, and
But I get it.
the other one doesn't exist. For all intents and purposes, me Brawler has 2 neutral Bs.
Nah. Shoutouts to Vincent, bro. The real ones know.
I don't know who that is, so I'm not a real one. But I do know that if we're talking about exploding sidekick, we're only exploding me Brawler, as Pelca 3-0 securely makes their way into the grand finals spots. Winner side.
No kick required to explode the Incredible Gassy. Gonna get blown up and blown right down to losers finals.
I think I can very quickly make a like artist interpretation of that matchup. First, we'll look at the Bowser side of it, where, of course, using your get-up options, none of them are safe against Mortar, dying to them almost every single time that game, if not getting forward smashed and killed from there. And, of course, Thrupper made its way, made an appearance in some combos, but catching these grenades really stifled any combo potential here. So, once again, Pelca showing that Snake's game plan is tried and true. Here's how it worked, essentially, chat. So here's Snake right here. Uh-oh. Wait, is the drawing...
Apple Pen dead.
Apple Pen dead? Hold up, let's plug it in and see what happens. Oh. Okay, it seems to be there. All right, let's try drawing. Nope, Apple Pen dead.
We got to use our finger.
Exactly. Oh, there's the finger. Okay, great. Now I can demonstrate what I meant to do there. So.
Oh, the button does.
Oh, where I can make this work. So there's Incredible Gassy. There's him exploding. He's getting blasted off again. There he is. He's like,
that looks like the Tasmanian devil.
And then here's Snake. I'll draw him over here. He's holding the thing. He's pressing the button. He's like, there. And there he is. He's so happy to be pressing the button. He's like
a literal snake.
That's his face right there. That's Snake's iconic haircut.
This guy does art for a living, by the way.
This is how good my art is, essentially, if you really think about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can't get rid of it except for now. So what will we be seeing on bracket today? Rascal on one chair. Who's in the other?
I think
Frank
is Frank. Should be Frank.
Yeah, I think it's Frank.
I want to see how that set went though.